Greetings and salutations. Welcome back to another GuruMatt streams. Today, we are going to be playing Slay the Spire. Now, what kind of game is Slay the Spire? It's a roguelike. If you've never heard the term before, that means it's a game where you just kind of keep playing until you fail. And then you keep playing until you, incrementally unlock newer and better pieces to hopefully complete the objective. You usually have a set amount of health that you have to manage, usually a few attacks that you have to manage and maybe grow over a period of time. But the goal isn't necessarily to finish the game the first try. Generally, you're going to keep dying until you just get better. You start mastering the ins and outs of the game. And then finally, you hopefully achieve victory. In this case, however, Slay the Spire has a, yeah, you won, but now it gets harder. And it actually has pretty cool, side missions. So there's the standard, you have 4 different characters. We're actually going to be looking at the Watcher. But you also have a daily climb, which is a cool little challenge mode where you can pit yourself against other people, see if you can score the highest on the leaderboard. And they have different modifiers to make things a little more interesting. And then, of course, you can make a custom game with all the different characters and a lot of different modifiers as well. I believe there's also things online in the workshop you can download to really customize the game. But they have 4 characters out now. The Ironclad is your toughest, beefiest, most forgiving character. He regenerates health after every fight. The Silence tries to be a bit more tricky. They deal a little bit more with discarding cards and deck management. The Defect also has a lot of passive abilities, he has these orbs that help him out. And finally, the Watcher has just been released, and this is a very controversial character. I really enjoy the gameplay that this Watcher has, in that you basically have to deal with cards that affect how the monsters interact with you, which is different from, that's the cool thing about Slay the Spire. Every character plays differently. And of course, here's you gotta unlock stuff. So it's Angry Much that says, "Hey Matt, I can't believe you haven't streamed since last decade. What happened?" Yeah, I was asleep for 10 years. And then you were back needing more streams. Oh, thanks, I appreciate that thought. Yeah, I have been away for a couple of weeks. Just the weekends were not good for me to stream. So I was just you know what? It is what it is. So anyway, the Slay the Spire in specific is one of my favorite go-to. I just want to relax and not think too much. And it's, so you get different modifiers as well. You can choose from the very beginning. I like to have the enemies in your next 3 combat have 1 HP. Basically, you have to make your way through the Spire, and you get to choose kind of what path you take. These big bad boys are elites that they deal more damage, but they have better rewards. They give you relics, like these little bad boys up here. This relic, every character has their own starting relic. This one gives me some cool cards to start with my hand. And then, these are monsters, these are mysteries, they could be monsters, they could be treasure chests, and there's treasure chests, as well as shops. These could be shops. Anyway, so, if I wanted to take the next 3 the next 3 monsters that I face have 1 HP, generally I want to try to fight to an elite, and have that elite be at 1 HP, but that doesn't look to be very viable, so I'm just going to go with HP. It's the safer option. And generally, I take my chances whenever I can on the unknowns. They tend to have pretty decent stuff. I mean, the worst they ever have is, a monster. It's been an entire decade. Why? It's been an entire decade because of the new year. We just went from 2019 to 2020. So here's the thing about this character. They can enter a couple different stances. One stance is calm. And after exiting the calm, you get bonus energy, which that's kind of your resources to play your cards. This is also a deck builder game. Every monster you defeat gives you a selection of cards to choose from to build your own deck. Presumably, you want to build a deck that allow you to get to the end of the game. And also, generally, you do not want to take damage whenever possible. I'm going to take a little damage, but kind of unavoidable in some of these instances. Now, this is the other stance that's the main bread and butter, so to speak, of this character. It's Wrath. In this stance, you deal and receive double attack damage. So like I could go ham and just try to swing with all swing for the fences, but he would also deal a lot of damage to me, and I just really wouldn't be able to justify that. So right now, I can hit with all I want, but I don't have enough damage to really do much. Now he's getting a little stronger, and a lot of these enemies do get stronger over time. I wonder if I could deal with him. You know what? I can probably get out of... That's the thing. I can enter Wrath, deal a lot of damage. And kill him. Okay. And that's kind of how you want to play with this character. You kind of want to be a little bit defensive and a little bit offensive and switch to what you need when you can. Let's see. If you're in calm, draw 3 cards. Otherwise, enter calm. Deal 12 damage to all your enemies and end your turn. I like this card a lot. I'm a big fan of AoE damage, and blocking is good, scrying is good. It lets you look at cards. We're going to go for damage. Let's see. Snivy says that they picked up a copy of Persona Q2, and they've been enjoying it. Nice, dude. That's awesome. The Persona series is pretty good. It's not a series I've gotten into, but I know people that are into it, and I enjoy like some of the stuff I've seen in it. Nuclear Winter asks, hello, did I miss something? No, not really. We just started. We're in the world of goop. You fall into a puddle. It's made of slime goop. Frantically, you claw yourself out over several minutes as you feel the goop starting to burn. You can feel goop in your ears, goop in your nose, goop everywhere. Ugh. Climbing out, you notice that some of your gold is missing. Looking back into the puddle, you see your missing coins combined with gold from unfortunate adventurers mixed together into the puddle. So here's the thing about these events. They generally have like a... You choose what you gain, choose what you lose. So I'm pretty high on HP. I don't really need it, and actually the gold sounds really nice. There are kind of like campfires you can get HP back at. So I'm thinking a little bit extra early money. Maybe we'll hit up a shop. Might help out. Okay, and this is also... on a big fish. As you make your way down the long corridor, you see a banana, a donut, and a box floating about. No, upon closer inspection, they are tied to strings coming from holes in the ceiling. There's a quiet cackling from above as you approach the objects. What do? So I can heal a bunch, but I don't need it. I could increase my max HP, but generally speaking, even if I'm cursed, and curses are cards that give bad effects, getting a relic early on is usually really good. So, okay, Frozen Egg. Whenever you add a power card, upgrade it into your deck, you upgrade it, which is really good. One of the big things in this game is upgrading cards so that they do better things or are more efficient. I think I just want to defend. Yeah, for now. I don't want to lose any HP. So being able to upgrade things for free is really nice. So I want to get rid of all the cards in my hand if I can. And I can, because I can just Eruption and then conclude that everyone needs to die. And then everyone died. Alright, so we might want to work on more management stuff. So gain 3 management. Oh, and this is also like the third stance. I think there's a total of 4. The third stance is Divinity. And upon entering Divinity, you gain 3 energy, attack, deal triple damage, and then you exit the stance at the start of your next turn. So it's like a 1-turn wombo combo kind of card. But this is like something you build up towards, and that's not something we really have a lot of. Actually, I really think Empty Fist is nice. It allows me to choose when I want to empty a stance so I can get out of it. Like, stance dancing is a thing. Let's see, Anger Mustache says, Matt, Cuphead just got into Smash, and now all the fighter passes have been released. If one more fighter pass were to be released and you could choose who would be in Smash next, who would you choose? I don't know anything about Smash, so I couldn't really choose very well. So I wouldn't choose anyone. Okay, so for this, I think we just want defend. Snivy says, it's my first Persona game because I'm not spending any money for a PlayStation and a copy of the mainstream Persona game. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So even if we're not getting out of a stance, 9 damage is still 9 damage. Okay, Do I want to waste... I mean, I don't want to take 3 damage right there, so I'd rather just take the 1, use that, and then Eruption, conclude that everyone needs to die, and then they do. I love that combo. See, if you're in Wrath, apply 3 vulnerable to all enemies, otherwise enter Wrath. This is so good, but it's so situational. Like, it definitely requires a deck built more around Wrath than I currently am. Bowling Bash, there's never more than 3 enemies on the field at once. Actually, I think there's like one time where there's like 5, but still, that's not a lot. And base 7 damage, maybe 14, not all that great. Tranquility, though. See, this allows me it has a retain feature, which allows me to keep the card and not discard it at the end of the turn. So then I can choose whenever I really want to enter Calm. I think I'll keep it. I want to be able to reliably exit Wrath when I want, because sometimes I really want to get out of that. And you never know when that's going to be. Like now, for example. Oh, and that's the thing with this guy. He gets stronger every time that you play a skill. So you kind of always want to be attacking him. So I think what we want to do is just Wrath. And then... I could just Empty Fist, or I can Miracle Strike Empty Fist. I think that's going to be my best bet. Even if it makes him deal a little bit more damage. And I'm just taking it on the chin at this point. Ow. Oh, no. That was like the worst draw I could have gotten. You know what? I'm going to drink a potion. This is also good. Like, one of the cool things about this game is they have little potions that help buff you. And so, like, I did make him stronger, but I'm also blocking a significant and more amount of damage. So I only took 6. Yay! Alright, now he's dead. We shall conclude that he has died. Oh, Bottled Flame is really nice. Upon pickup, choose an attack. Start each combat with this card in your hand. I think I just want to keep Conclude. There are many times where you face off a lot of smaller enemies. So having the ability to just nail them for a pretty decent amount of damage right off the bat is good. Talk to the hand sounds interesting. Whenever you deal attack an enemy, you gain 2 block. Sanctity gains 6 block. If the last card played this combat was a skill, draw 2 cards. Protect! Protect me! I don't know, I kind of like card draw a lot. I value it, and this is probably viable. We'll go with it. Alright, now we're into our first shop. In the shop, you can buy cards. You can buy what's called gray cards. Most cards are like different characters have different decks. Like the Ironclad has red cards, the Silent has green, so on. So usually you don't get to see the cards in other decks. Some relics allow you to do that. Like actually, Prismatic cards or Prismatic Shard allows you to do that. Yeah, cards from other colors. So if I bought that, then whenever I go and get rewards or maybe shops, I could see cards from other decks, maybe increase the abilities that I use. But generally speaking, that's not something you always want to just go for. So the colorless cards are an option for every single deck. And there are very good reasons to buy them. However, I can't really justify it. Neither of these are super spectacular. Like, this can be really good, especially if you rely on a specific card. But I don't have a deck built around just one card yet. Alright, Carve Reality is good. I mean, it basically is like damage plus damage. Retain, when gain 5 block. When retained, increase its block by... Ooh! Now this is really nice. This is basically just gets stronger the more it stays in my hand. And then at the end of your turn, shuffle an Insight into your draw pile. So basically, this is the power cards. Like, you play these and they just become passive power for the rest of the combat. So, it is pretty cool to have. Let's see. Follow up, steal 7 damage. If the last card was played, this combo was an attack gain. Like, that's kind of nice. It's basically a free card if you play it right after an attack. This is actually a very good selection. And then, of course, the relics are very good buys usually. But none of these are very good. I can't even get the captain's wheel, which is just a little too expensive for me. And then, generally speaking, you only buy potions in an emergency. And then, of course, there's card removal, which actually I should probably do that right now. Get rid of this regret. I don't want to see it anymore. I do not regret that. Alright, so we still have enough money left over to buy probably several cards. This is on the cheap. And I'm tempted. I'm very tempted. Alright. So I'm thinking, like, Study is a very good card because it allows us to kind of go through our deck quicker. And the Retain ability is just nice. Like, keeping that in my hand until I'm about to just get slammed by a boss attack is pretty cool. And then, yeah, Follow Up is not a bad card. It's basically free as long as I play it after an attack. Ooh. And so you can, I don't know what these things are, but you can get like various keys to unlock something special. I'm going to ignore that and just grab a pair. And then, oh, merchants are cheaper. Prices are reduced. Nice. And here we go. This is one of the make or break decisions in the game. Do you rest to get your HP back? Or do you make your cards better? We're going to be going this way, so it's actually kind of safe. So if we can get to the boss, I think we're going to be okay. So I think I'm going to go for smithing and try and get our cards just to be a little bit better. Like, Eruption down to 1 is really nice. I'm not going to lie. Especially given the fact that it's kind of our wombo combo card. Guru has added pair to the party. Yes, you noticed that. So I spent all my money, unfortunately. Consecrate's kind of nice. It's free. It actually costs 0. Crescendo would have been nice. Fasting. Gain 4 strength, gain 4 dexterity. So strength is the amount of damage you deal, and it makes your damage increase. And then dexterity is actually the block that you do, so it increases that. But then you gain 1 less... Ooh, that's actually really bad. So basically you want to deal damage really quick and win. Oh, and this Flurry of Blows is actually one of my favorites. Deal 4 damage. Whenever you change stances, return this from your discard pile to your hand. It's kind of nice. Also a couple of good relics. Can't afford anything. I spent all my money. Okay. This is an interesting... I don't really mind this curse. It just kind of stays in your deck unless you get rid of it and then you lose some HP. It doesn't actually hurt you during the match, like during a game. And this would allow us to heal up. Yeah, let's go ahead. Heal up. And that means we can afford to smith another card. Ooh, that's tempting. An extra 4 damage to everything. Just a couple more. Okay, I like prioritizing less less mana, basically. If I can get cards to cost less than they currently do, I think it's usually pretty good to go for. So you know what? I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Go ahead and do that. Yeah, I am currently broke. I got 6 monies. Alright, so... First thing I want to do is... I guess... Well, I have Conclude ready to go. I do kind of want to draw, though, so I'm going to do this. See what else I can get. I can just straight up enter Calm. And I can't do follow-up. Exactly. Okay, what I can do is I can Miracle, strike someone, follow up on some dude, and then let's conclude this. Everyone's still alive, unfortunately, though. Which is okay. They're gonna die soon, anyway. Wait, do I have enough? I don't have enough cards to kill them. Alright, so, I can enter Tranquility at the end of the turn anyway. It's alright. And then... Defense? Defense. Be calm, good sir. It's a little more HP loss than I wanted to. I probably could have played that a little smarter. It is what it is. Yeah, I'll take another Conclude. I would take the Concentrate if the Conclude wasn't here. And I do want to make this more powerful because I start with it in my hand. Alright. One of the things I don't have is enough ways to really reliably enter into Wrath. I really would like more of those. So this is an interesting boss. He basically changes modes depending on how much damage he takes. And after every shift, yeah, he gets very scary. So you kind of want to just really hurt him very quickly. Whenever you can. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to conclude. Oh, that's not even going to hurt him enough. Uh-oh. I guess I'll just defend a bit more. I really don't like this option, but... Oh, you know what? I got a potion. If you apply weakness, they deal less damage. Okay, that's worth. Alright. So we'll hit you for that. We'll follow up. We'll follow up. We'll follow up. And so that's also the thing, when he goes into this mode, he becomes very prickly. And he has what's called Thorns. Any attack I do to him now hurts me for 3. So I'm just gonna, I guess, draw all these cards. See what I get. Alright, alright, alright. Honestly, I'm just gonna... I want to swing for the fences. I can intercom and then immediately go into Wrath again, which would just give me bonus energy. But right now, hitting him a lot means I hurt a lot, so I think I just kind of want to hit him again, cry, go to be calm again. Alright, Sanctity, draw some more cards. Empty Fist to exit stance would be good. Then Vigilance to go back into it. And then I shall conclude... No. I kind of want to get more defense. Yeah, he's going to hit me for 16, so it's probably a good idea. Alright, and now would be a good time to draw Wrath. Conclude is basically the execute order 66 of Slay the Spire. Yeah, it is. Because they're like, we conclude and end our turn. Alright, so I should probably use all the block that I can. Because that's 20 damage coming my way. Yep. Yep, that was worth. Alright. We don't have a lot of attack power, but we're going to have to go with what we got. Follow up. Strike. And this concludes the portion of this turn. Ah, that's like 32 damage. Okay, yeah, I'll do it. Ah, that's 32 damage. Like I was gonna try to say anything against that, but I was like, it's 32 damage. Alright, so vigilance, we're entering calm. Then we want to get out of it. Because we want to do more things. Like defend. And then conclude that defense was good. Alright, sure, we'll follow up. Insight some more cards. Oh, cool. So the block that gets retained doesn't go away. I didn't know that. So I might as well just use it again right now. And then conclude some more. And that's okay, and that's the thing I've been talking about. HP as a resource is important, but it also gets reset at the end of a level. So having low HP and finishing the boss is more important than necessarily finishing with high HP. Now the real question is, if I eruption, will I survive? No, I will not. I will take double damage. That's, well, it's 40 HP. You know what? I will survive. I have concluded that I will survive. And then you will die. Alright, we got some money back. We got a flex potion, which is kind of nice. Get 5 strength, but only for the turn. And our reward is one of the gold cards. Let's see. Whenever a card is created during combat, upgrade it. Interesting. Take an extra turn after this one. End your turn. Okay. This works way better if I have more, like, more energy. And I don't. Lesson learned. Deal 10 damage if fatal. Upgrade a random card in your deck. Exhaust. So this is really nice. Because this is a way to permanently, passively upgrade your cards. As long as you're killing someone with it. These are not very good relics. Upon pickup, transform 3 cards and upgrade them. That's random. You might get rid of a card you really want. The Calling Bell gives you 3 relics. But also gives you a unique curse. So, I don't know. That's pretty iffy. And this is kind of like the very generic. You gain a potion, some gold, some HP, a card, and a random card upgrade. I'm very tempted to go for the Calling Bell. You know what? Let's go for Calling Bell. I haven't seen what this curse is. It's just unplayable and cannot be removed from your deck. Okay. That's fair. But then I got Dreamcatcher. Whenever you rest, you may add a card to your deck. Yeah, not that great. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. That's actually pretty good, given we want to attack a lot each turn. Pocket Watch. Whenever you play 3 or less cards during your turn, draw 3 cards at the start of your next turn. So this rewards passive play, which isn't terrible. Not the greatest selection of relics, but not all that awful. Alright, so now we kind of want to plan our journey through the Spire. Sometimes you want to hit up elites because they're a guaranteed relic. But they also tend to whittle down your HP pretty significantly. And so, like, this is an even stronger guy, but he has one of the pieces if you're trying to go for a triangle. So, I'm leaning towards this direction. Allows us to go right to a shop. And I love these little bad boys. Like, they have good options. Sometimes they hit you with bad stuff, but usually I feel on the whole I like to gamble. So, and then one of also the things we want to be wary of, where can I get health if I'm doing bad? So we got to pay attention to where the campfires are at. They seem to be on the right hand side. So I'll probably travel up this way. And also, remember, we have the couriers, so prices are reduced and cards get restocked, so that's really nice. These guys are annoying. They steal 15 gold from you every time they hit you. So you're like, hey, don't do that. They're like, it's the swiper no swiping effect. I think I just want to block as much as I can. And then conclude that you guys are mean. Ow. Yeah. Sure, I'll do this. I generally like to take the mugger out in the back first, because he has a little more HP. And if we do that, then... because they will run away after a certain number of turns, which is not good. And in fact, though, using Lesson Learned, we just upgraded to Defend. Let's see, that's cool. However, our other friend over here is running away, so... yeah, if I don't kill him this turn, he's gone, so... Wrath. Strike. Empty Fist, you're dead. Alright, we got our gold back. We got an attack potion, which is nice. You pop it and you choose one of three random attack cards, and it does not cost a thing to play. Ooh, so everything is already upgraded. I can get Meditate. Put 2 cards from your discard pile into your hand and retain them and Intercom and your turn. That seems like a pretty good setup. Another Study, which I definitely don't need. And then a Sanctity. Ugh. Like, this is... I'm going to go with Meditate. I feel like I have enough blocks. You know what? Upgrading all strikes and defends? Not a bad option. They are now significantly more useful. Oh. Let's see. The waffle's really nice. It raises my max HP and heals me. But I'm not really hurting for HP. Regal Pillow is pretty cool. Whenever you rest, you heal an additional 15 HP. If you're on a tough floor, that's very useful. But I like the Blood Vial. At the start of each combat, heal 2 HP. There's also like an event that interacts with the Blood Vial. There's some vampires. So it's definitely an option. Ooh, Like Water is a very nice power. We have a lot of calm in our deck. And I kind of want Crescendo as well. So what we got? 135 HP. Or not HP. Gold. Jay Donovan says, thanks for the video on the Escapists. My pleasure, man. I'm glad you liked it. Joe Wave says, I just made it, but I'll leave soon anyways. And Snivy asks, so is this game multiplayer or is it straight single player? It is straight single player, but they do have like a leaderboard daily that you can compete against other people for. Okay. I think we do want Like Water. It's passive block. It's nice. I don't have to pay anything after I play it. Okay, okay. I could have gotten another Like Water if I just... I don't need to. I don't need to. Although it would be interesting to stack them. I don't really need them. Okay, sure. I'll lose 3 max HP because of the Parasite, and I know the other one can't be removed. So I'll just have the Curse of the Bell. Yeah, so things like that. That's why I like those kind of rooms. Alright, defend, defend. Now this guy is super annoying. He will passively gain this amount of block every turn. And the only way you can get rid of it is if you go past that and actually strike him at his core. And then he'll actually be like, oh no. So I think I just want to do this. I want to do this. And then I want to Empty Fist. Like, gives me at least 4 block. Taking a lot of damage on the chin, which is a bad habit, I admit. But man, this guy annoys me. Alright. I think I just want to persevere a little. Meditate some. Sure, I'll conclude again. Empty Fists, sure. So that needs the last card to be played as a skill. Alright, well, I'm going to defeat him now anyway. Conclude that he is dead. Oh, Crushing Joints. Deal 8 damage if the last card played this combat was a skill apply. Vulnerable. Vulnerable increases the damage the creatures take, which is super, super nice. Yeah, I think Crush Joints is really good. It'd be especially nice if we get enough, like, retain going. Alright, so we're going to like water. We're going to defend. Then we're going to meditate and get that defend back, I guess. So this guy has minions, and he buffs them, which is super annoying. I guess I should have just killed them when I had the chance, but I was thinking, oh, I should definitely get my stuff over here ready to go, because I can do that now. Go back to being calm. I want to be calm as long as I can. Alright, I think that's about as good as we're going to get for now. Yeah, we're not going to be doing well on HP for a while. So I want to Crush Joints. I also want to Crescendo. Hit him for 20. And now, it does say when you kill something, it gives you like a bonus. However, that does not apply if that is a minion. So it didn't proc there. Alright, so we're gonna kill you in a hit, and then conclude. Okay. So now he's stuck in a summon minion mode. I want to hit him though, and I have no cards to hit him with. So we will attempt to get some more. Okay, like, just Sanctity, Insight. Okay, we gotta conclude, but we got 2 concludes. That doesn't help. Oh well. Actually, I wish I had a conclude now. Oh, and I have no way to get out of Wrath mode, so I'm just gonna try and hit him as hard as I can. See if it does kill him. And now his minions run away. Alright, so this, if you end your turn without block, you gain 6 block. I don't know how often that's going to proc. Though I generally like it when I see it. And this regenerates hit points. 5 regen means, like, you start with 5 hit point regeneration on the first turn. Second turn it goes down to 4, then 3, and so on. Ooh, Omniscience. Choose a card in your draw pile. Play the chosen card twice. Exhaust it. Exhaust. I cannot play this card. But I'm going to take this card. Omniscience is like the key to some of the most broken combos that I know of this character. And I think if I get to a Forge, I can knock it down to 3 and allow me to play it. And then battle him. At the start of each of your turn, add a smite to your hand. Smites deal 12 damage and exhaust, but you can retain them. Yeah, okay, let's go for that. I've been lacking like serious damage. Oh no, I might die. Okay, we are going to battle him, erupt, and then conclude that this guy is a jerk. Because what he does is he makes... Well, I mean, he can be a jerk and he doesn't always have to be. He makes all my abilities randomly cost different things. So in this instance, he made my defend cost 0, which is nice. He made my follow-up cost 2, which is not as nice, but it's a follow-up. But then this is free. Smite's free. He almost did. And I've got a You know what? Yeah, I don't want to take any damage, so we're going to hit that. Next turn, probably... Oh yeah, we got a smite, we kill him. I mean, that's pretty much all I needed. Another thing that we're really lacking is the ability to go into Wrath more often. We only have 2 ways to do it. I'll take the Juzu Bracelet. It makes it so that normal enemies are not encountered in question mark territories anymore. I want to smith this so bad. Yes. You know what? I don't even care if I lose. Although I probably won't. You know what? Usually I fight these guys because it's not generally a hard fight and you get like a cool relic out of it. But I'm at such low HP, I don't want to deal with that. And I just want to rest. Oh, hey. Whenever you scry, I gain 4 block. I don't scry all that often. I actually hardly scry at all. And for an influence, choose 1 of 3 attacks of any color to add into your hand. Okay. I'll give it a shot. One of the things I do in this game is I often take too many cards. And what I say is, generally speaking, you want a slim deck that allows you to get through what your win condition is quickly. I ain't gonna fight you. I'm at too low a health. Like this guy might kill me. All right, but we're gonna. I was gonna say we're gonna omniscience, but what would we omniscience for? We would basically be playing it twice. Yeah, there's nothing really good. Basically what I would do with this is I'd get several omnisciences and omniscience for omniscience, and they would just kind of proc each other and it'd just be hilarious. But that is not the case right now. So all I can do is crush joints and then like water and then conclude my turn. So did a significant amount of damage, took a significant amount of damage. I'm gonna try and follow that up with die. Ow. Alright, so we are gonna enter Wrath. He is not going to have a good time. Oh, what can we get out of foreign influence? Sure. We'll grab Flurry. Smite him. Strike him. He did. Energy Potion's actually really good right now. I should have been using the regen potion earlier. Oh well, health isn't usually that important. Until it is, in which case, then you die. Ooh. I don't like these guys at all. Basically, their whole shtick is they want to get stronger every turn, and then they do. So, I'm actually going to use... I want to use my Flex Potion. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Strike. Strike with all I got. And draw so many cards. Oh yeah, the smite in my hand. Can I make myself angry? And then can I calm myself down afterwards? Okay, so yes, I can enter meditate at the end of my turn. So we're going to become mad. And make sure that person can never harm anyone ever again. Make sure that person... There we go. And then we'll grab another conclude. I kind of want to strike and then lesson learned. Yeah, let's do that. Cool. And then I guess I'll throw in a wild strike out there just for funsies. So, crush thy joints. Erupt in anger. And then strike. Akirin asks, what are we breaking? We're breaking a spire. Or joints, whichever. Oh, this is a very interesting card. Gain 4 block, but if you're in Wrath, gain 14 block. It's like, halt! I'm too angry to deal with you. A gain 8 block, and the next attack you play costs 0. Do we have enough cards where that's viable? I don't think we have enough cards that are... Yeah, we don't have like any 2 cast cost attacks, so I don't think that's viable. Halt's free. And we do tend to overdraw. So let's go ahead and grab that. We gotta rest. No questions. Let's grab another halt for no good reason other than block is good. And this... a couple of times I've been like, oh no, now we're gonna die. No, this is probably going to kill us. But we must do what we can. Alright. So, do we have... Conclude is okay. Okay, so we have Conclude. Yeah. Let's use Conclude. Deal everyone full damage. Why aren't you doing it twice? Oh! Fool, you outplayed yourself. Conclude ends your turn. It can only be played once. Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and cascade. I don't need to draw cards, but I don't even need to gain block. No one's attacking. So let's hit for a whole bunch. Smite you for 24. And you for 24. And then Tranquility out. Alright. Maybe I didn't need a Tranquility out so quickly. Now that I think about it. Just gain as much block as I can, I guess. You know what? Let's go ahead and use one of these. Ooh, Tantrum was a good card. I wish I had Tantrum, like on the regular. Reach the Heaven. Deal 10 damage. Shuffle a Through the Violence. Deal 20 damage. You know what? Sure. Oh, and I only took 1 damage for that whole fight. Alright, so we'll hit you for 11. See what kind of foreign influences I can draw. Ooh. Okay, Blood for Blood is definitely going to be the best for bang for my buck for right now. I guess I'll throw up a Study. Smite you. Blood for Blood you. Throw out a Defend for no good reason. End my turn. This is the part where he plays Hyper Beam and I die. Unless I can throw up enough blocks somehow. So, Insight, do your thing. That was not the thing I needed, Insight. So, Okay, Empty Fist to get some more mana. Blood for Blood, because it's free. Through the Violence. It's free. Oh yeah, and I get some damage, health, or some block when I play enough attacks, but I don't think I'm going to get more than that. Play you. Play you. I mean, I'm going to die. No, I'm going to live. But I'm going to be very, very close to dying. So I think I want to smite, then meditate. And then forget that I had so few cards. Hey, buddy. Alright. Just swing for the fences. Smite. Like, throw out a halt just so I can proc sanctuaries, draw more. It wasn't great. The choice I have is either dealing 32 damage or 20 damage. I might as well just do 32 damage. Filing my laser. That is exactly what Hyper Beam is. He fires his laser at you. Alright, so we want to crush them joints. Does nothing because he has protection. Ah, this is brass tacks right now. I can't actually defend against the damage he's outputting. So my best bet was to swing with all that I had. Wait, no, I didn't defend. I lied. But no, I'm alive! Somehow! 1 HP. I am not good at math, but it is what it is. Oh, man. We are alive! Somehow! That was me just sitting stupidly in wrath mode that whole time. Now here's the ticket. I could get my wombo combo down with Omniscience, because it will play another Omniscience and it kind of like is pretty cool, but I don't know that it'll do all that well. Or I could get Judgment, which I think is the best card for this character. If the enemy has 30 HP or less, set their HP to 0. Yeah. I'm gonna have to get that. Like, Omniscience, I like you, buddy, but just judgmenting everything away is really good. Oh, okay. So here we finally get some more energy relics. Sozu is really, really nice, and I usually pick it up every time I see it. You gain energy at the start of your turn. You can no longer obtain potions. So potions are kind of like a stopgap measure to kind of try and keep you alive at the last minute. I'd rather have more energy. And then Philosopher's Stone is gain energy at the start of your turn. All enemies start combat with +1 strength. Pretty good if you're confident at killing stuff in your defense. Not good if you're fighting against enemies with a lot of small attacks. They just get so strong. And then Holy Water replaces Pure Water. At the start of each combat, add 3 miracles into your hand. So not 1 +1 energy, I'd get 3. I would much rather have straight up 4 energy every turn. Yeah, oh no, our potions. I mean, they did help out a little, but they're not something that's like mission critical. Alright, so I have a couple of options. Like, I want to hit up a shop, because they're usually pretty good for us. And then, generally speaking, this is the last floor before like the final boss. I try to avoid elites on this floor as much as I can. They are annoying to deal with. So we're going to travel up this way, hit this way, and then probably go that way. Spyro74 asks, do you have any game suggestions for me? Yeah, actually, this is a pretty good game. This is my go-to. I don't want to really think too much, and I just want to throw cards at things until they die. It's generally a lot of fun, and not more than like 45 minutes, usually a little bit less than that. Blue Milk says, hello, it's 10 a.m. in Ireland. I just woke up. Usually I can't watch your streams because of time zones. Well, I'm glad you woke up. I hope you're having a lovely day. In Ireland, as the case may be. So these guys are annoying to deal with. They won't die. Now, what do I mean by that? Of course everyone dies. Now what I mean is they won't... if you kill one of them without killing the other two, they'll respawn in like 2 turns. So it's very, very annoying. What am I getting with Foreign Influence? Thunderclap? Not bad. I'll take it. So hit everyone with a weakness. I'm going to be taking a lot of damage this turn. I'm going to try and... Nah, not enough. Not enough! I was going to try and lesson learn him to death, but... might as well start just doing a little bit more damage on different people. Spread that damage around. Take my licks. Ow. Ow, ow. Ugh. And that's the running theme with these kind of creatures on this level. They hurt. They hurt a lot. Alright. We want to save that smite, because it'll be a good ending. And yeah, we'll grab a conclude. Alright. So we're going to thunderclap. Actually, you know what? We're going to erupt. We're going to thunderclap. And then we can conclude that everyone needs to die. And so they did. Oh, this is not a terrible card for like the long term. That's actually pretty cool. You know what? I've never actually used it. I've never seen it before, so we're gonna use it. I did play the beta for this character, so I've played him a little bit, and I'm not that great with him, but he's still fun. Alright, so we want to... No one's gonna be hitting me. This guy has spikes, or thorns, so when I hit him, he hits me back. But I have enough shield to block that, so... Snivy says it's 5:54 a.m. where I live, so I'm up early to watch the stream. Thanks, man. Angry Master says, have you ever played Super Mario Galaxy? It's a gorgeous game with a brilliant soundtrack, and it's just a breathtaking experience. I have not, but not because I have chosen not to. It is because I do not have a PlayStation. Alright, so I'm going to get Flurry of Blows just because I love this card. Because whenever I change into a stance, it comes back into my hand. And I get to use it again. Yeah, it's about as good as we're going to get. Alright, so what do we have on the options menu? Well, we can lesson learn twice. That'd actually be really good. Judgment this guy down to nothing. Yes, doesn't hurt me at all. And then lesson learn twice. Upgrade two things. It upgraded lesson learned. It upgraded itself. And of course we can't take any potions. Too bad. Alright, at this point, unless it's a super special awesome card, I'm not going to be taking any more cards. Like, our deck's pretty full. Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 was on the Wii. Well, yeah, I don't have the console for it at all, unfortunately. So I could heal HP, which is looking pretty tempting right now. Or I could lose 11 and get two ridiculously interesting cards. Reduce the cost of a random card in your hand to 0 this combat. So like our Frozen Egg, which upgrades every power card we get, there is a card that'll automatically upgrade skill cards, but we don't have it. Or a relic that automatically upgrades skill cards. We don't have it. I think I'd rather just get cursed. Just more curse. It doesn't hurt us, and we can immediately get rid of it right away by going to the card removal service. Ooh, a membership card. 50% discount on all products. Is that... I hope this works on card removal. Like, are we going to visit many more... No. Well, no, there's going to be a shop in the inn over there. Wait, that's a... sure. Okay, so it did reduce the card removal, but it didn't get to drop it down to 40, which is what we needed it at. So it lied to us. Oh well. In the rushdown, whenever you enter Wrath, draw 2 cards. We don't have enough ways to enter Wrath for this to be really effective. Although I really like it. I want it. I want it a lot. Yeah, let's get it. There's been so many times where we enter Wrath and it's like we just don't have the cards. Lose all gold, gain a relic. Yeah, I only had 25 gold. I'll get a red mask and makes all the enemies weak so they don't deal as much damage at the start. And then we can smith. So I think I want to smith crescendo because I hate spending more than I don't have to. So yeah, you guys were like, hey, a PlayStation, it was made for the Nintendo Wii. I meant I didn't have a Wii. I didn't have a PlayStation either. Basically, I didn't have any way to play it. Or any way to play a lot of exclusive games. I only had the Xbox. Alright, so avoid those bad guys like the plague. You'll weaken so you don't do as much damage. Let's go ahead and do that. Get some Serenity going. I'll battle him. And then, you know what? I'll miracle into a vigilance just so we end at calm and conclude. Okay, so omniscience. What can we do with you? Judgment twice. Ooh. Can I? Almost. Well. Okay, so if I erupt, I get more health. Or not health, I should say. I get more, damage. So we go crush joints. No, we go back into tranquility. Cry. You know what? No, we can still just kill 2 things. Oh, you judged the wrong creature twice. Curse RNG. Curses. I was hoping to get all 3 of them down below 35, and I was like, what are the chances that both of them are going to strike that one guy? Apparently, pretty high. Alright, so we will deal you down to killable range and on immediate. Get ready to erupt, conclude. Oh yeah, I guess it could be a Persona kind of character thing. Erupt. Conclude that all of you need to die, and all of you are dead. Wheel Kick is a pretty interesting card. Just straight up 20 damage, draw 2 cards. I think we're going with Flurry of Blows. It's not a lot of damage. Oh, and Bag of Marvels is so useful. It makes it so that all enemies start with a 1 vulnerable. So that means I will not have too much trouble taking on the first couple of guys. But this is actually not too bad. Everyone's vulnerable anyway, so they'll take a little bit more damage. I'm just going to get hit, though, so... Ow. So, they're down. Pretty close to death range. So I will take out you. I will lesson learned you. Upgrade for Flurry of Blows, nice. I will strike you. And then smite you. And be good to go. Okay, now I want some defense. And then smite. Alright. More study? No, thank you. Deal 10 damage if the last card played with this combat was an attack. Apply 2 weak. None of these cards are very good. I mean, having more insights would be hilarious, but no. Heal to Fool. Lose 11 max HP. I will take that. I'll be at 75 HP. So this is one of the more interesting choices. Mind Bloom. While walking and traversing through the chaos of the spire, your thoughts suddenly begin to feel very real. Imaginings of monsters and riches begin to manifest themselves into reality. The sensation is quickly fleeting. What do you do? Fighting a boss from Act 1 isn't usually too difficult at this level. You get a rare relic. Upgrading all cards, honestly, isn't all that important to us. We have so many cards upgraded, and ways to upgrade them further if we just get lesson learned working. It's not a big deal. And then Heal to Fool. We just healed the Fool, and we only paid 11 HP for it. We don't even get a curse, so let's fight a boss. Anyway, Angry Mustache says, do you think that Disney deserves the amount of hate that they get nowadays when it comes to what they're doing to Star Wars? I think it's because Disney is just doing anything. And people are like, how could you? No. I don't think Disney deserves any hate for whatever they do to Star Wars. Because, and this may be an unpopular opinion, they bought the rights. I mean, yeah, you're like, well, they just had money. How could, it's like, would you just sell your child for money if you could? Well, it's an IP. It's a something that they were like, we want to invest money into this and get money back out. And so they're like, we think that Star Wars is a good investment. And so we will pay money and invest into it. And so they have. And they have kept the franchise alive far better than I think people remember George Lucas doing. Because remember what happened when George Lucas decided to make more films? The Phantom Menace. So I don't mean that as like a terrible bad thing against George at all. But a lot of people were very upset with his movies. And I think overall, Disney has more vested interest to do well and keep doing well. And I think that they have done as best they can. And better than a lot of other people probably would have been able to do. So I'm not against what they've done with it. Body slam. I could. Well, no, I'm gonna want to get out of this anyway. So Snivy says that they think that the most recent Star Wars movie was really good in their opinion. Fair enough. I will say one thing that George Lucas does better than Disney is pacing. And I don't necessarily mean story-wise, but I mean like a lot of the Disney films are just like action, 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 revelation, 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 revelation. And like out of the gate, like they kind of start off a little slow, but once they get going, they like really get going. And then they don't stop until the end of the film, which I think that's to their detriment. If you really want to pace well, you need to give your audience breathing room to process. And I don't think they do that very well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to defend, slam them with my body, and then decide, you know what, I've concluded you don't need that much health. And then smite you to death. So we only lost 5 HP for all that. And now I can no longer become weakened. Was it worth it for 5 HP? Maybe. Maybe not. Do I want more health? I mean, wrath? You know what? I can't. The boss we're going to be facing is like a Time Lord. He does not like it when you play a lot of cards in one turn. And he will force your turn to end. And be like, no! No more! and then he gets stronger. So passively gaining 1 mantra at every turn. Yeah, I kind of want that a lot. So grab that. We will remove Writhe. And what else? I really wish I had ways to get into Wrath more often, but I just don't. Discovery is not a bad card to have in your deck. It gets you possibly a pretty good card for free. But we don't want to be playing cards that make us play more cards, which is just unfortunate. I want to buy something, but there's really no other cards I want to put in my deck. Like, this is kind of neat, but we're facing a guy that every time we play a card, he's going to be like, arg, Chemical X. It's really all I can afford. Ooh, a Tesseract. I'll add 3 cards. Maybe. I can always choose not to add cards, which is kind of nice. Mayhem. Ooh. Actually, Dark Shackles might be the thing I need that'll keep me alive another turn. He does a lot of like multi-hit attacks, so I think that's gonna be good to have. Bandage Up is useless to me. Blind, however, is not. And Trip is not. But I might want another Dark Shackles. Let's see. Angry says, I can see why they get a bit of hate. The sequel trilogy isn't good. The Force Awakens is good. By TLJ, and TROS are not. They're horrible, but everything they're doing outside the sequel trilogy is great. I mean, yeah, Rogue One was great. I liked it. It was a very tragic film. You knew how it was going to end. It still got you invested in those characters. Do I think they could have done a little better? I think Disney has like this thing where they try to aggrandize a lot of stuff that doesn't need it. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Trip. I need the vulnerable. And then I'm just gonna rest for HP. Okay, well, here we go. Okay. Did you want me to Dark Shackles right out of the gate? Because I will. I think I want to save that, though. Maybe not. Maybe not. That's 15 damage. I can get 0 damage instead. The only thing I hate is that I'm playing so many cards. See, every 12 cards you play, he decides, okay, turn's over, it's my turn now. Let's see, my older brother told me the next Star Wars movie is 400 years before the prequels. He's a huge Star Wars fan. Well, that's cool. I'm not against that. So do I go for the Collect Plus? I think what we do is we cry. We cry like babies. Okay, get this in. I don't want to erupt. I will be hurt a lot. I think what we got to do is we got to defend, crush joints, throw out the miracle, throw out the smite, and then throw out the collect, just so that he resets on our terms. And now we have a fresh set of we get to do what we want. And what we want is to halt in the name of the law. Defend. Smite. Halt a little. And then meditate. I'm not happy. But it is what it is. Oh, we did block all that, so okay. And then we have a decent amount of stuff going on. So we gotta be really cautious with what we want to play. I have no way to get out of being erupted, which is really not good at this point. I want to just like keep holding my smites until my eruptions pan out. So we're gonna do that. And then cry. Ow, ow, ow. What do we have in the drop pile? Nothing good. Let's see. Rogue One was really good in my opinion. It gave you the ability to see what happened between episodes 3 and 4. Then I got to the plans. Star Wars Solo. It was a neat idea, but they could have made a lot more out of it. There was plenty of parts where part 2 to Solo would have been great. But the end is ruined because Han goes to the cantina where he runs into Luke. Okay, so like Solo, I didn't go into that knowing how anyone liked it or not. I liked it a lot. It was a fun film. And the thing that with Rogue One and Solo, their world building. Okay, we'll scry too. Don't need you. Ouch. Ease. Halt. Okay, so like, I may have backed myself into a corner. Smite with all we got. Smite away. Smite until there's no more smites. And then throw away some of these miracles, because, oh my gosh, I don't need them. Well, at least he can't make me weak. Like, really? I've never had this many, like, too many cards problems before. Okay. Can I properly crescendo? No. I have too many retained cards. I might as well just throw this perseverance out there. Throw out another miracle. Go, ow. Ow. Oh, and there I died. There I died. I wouldn't even have him at like half health. Hey there, Coop K. So yeah, if we wanted to talk about Star Wars, overall, I think Disney has, as much as people like to claim otherwise, I think they have the heart in the right place. Where they're trying to do what's best for the franchise going forward, which may not necessarily be exactly what the fans want, but Disney, like the hardcore fans are not the mainstream fans, and they are the most vocal, but they're not necessarily the big audience that Disney wants to pull in. But Disney does want to do well by the do well by the series. So yeah, rest in peace. You get little bonus things, like if you had a lot of curses in your deck, you get extra points. You get points by killing elites. I obviously like missed most of the elites, so I didn't get as many maybe relics as I could have. I climbed 50 floors, which basically means I had 50 rooms I went through. Killed a lot of guys, killed some bosses. I had at least a deck of 35 cards. But obviously I did not win. However, I unlocked more cards. So the mantra, and this is like this is a big thing. If you want to make a mantra-based deck, which you can, which now that I think about it, I had tomorrow. Did I ever get to 10 stacks and I just didn't pay attention? I might have. Probably not. I think I died before then. Anyway, you mantra up until you hit divinity, and then you just go ham, and it's a fun turn. And then blasphemy is a hilarious card. You pay 1, you instantly enter divinity, and so your attacks deal triple damage. But then you die the next turn. So you better hope you win on the turn that you use this card. But yeah, having a lot of prostates, having a lot of devotions, and then milling through your deck to just basically wombo combo. Good times. I had way too many cards, so I retained. That was my bad. Well, there you have it. Slay the Spire's new character, the Watcher. I highly recommend this game. You can pick it up on Steam. It's a fun deck building game that kind of gets frustrating. But I like playing decks playing games with decks. I played Magic the Gathering for many years because it has that element of you strategically build something, but then there's that luck involved as well. And I think the combination is a good combination, and it makes for a fun game. Let's see. Oh, one thing I can't forget on what Disney has done to Star Wars is the new edit to the hand shot first scene. Everyone has said it, and I will say it, McClunky. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know if like the last edit I knew of was the edit for the dude George Lucas. I couldn't think of his name for a minute. And Kumke is like, another one. No, that's it for me. And yes, hand did shoot first. So I think it was interesting that George Lucas's intent when he re-edited the scene was to make it so the hand didn't look like such a bad guy. But no one ever thought that. Han was always working in rings and with smugglers, and like, hey, you gotta do what you do to survive. Scott Greenwood says, I love your streams. Thanks, man. I appreciate that a lot. Anyway, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you, Scott, for your words. And it's not, everyone, Kuke, Akirin, Angry Mustache, all you guys, you've been such a great support over the year. I was almost gonna say years. It's almost been a couple years now. Want to be, but it's been a lot of fun making these streams. I hope to continue doing it so a long time in the future. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of your day, guys, and remember, keep safe climbing that spire.